welcome back, I think, to the #1 Toyota Celica channel. That's what I think. I do pretty good with the Toyota MR2 Spider 2ZZ, that's pretty good. I do pretty good with the EXIGE, but I think I do really good with the Toyota Celica. We've supercharged one, I've actually built an NA one, we've done a Tsunami kit one, now we're doing a TRD kit. This is what we're doing today. We have the Toyota Celica 2005 in absolute red by Toyota. I installed hatches on the last one and did a full detail on the car, so it looks good. I want to work on it. Hatch struts. One of the things I'm going to tell you on the last video, I think that these struts are not strong enough. I am going to replace them. I don't think they're strong enough. But in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to install a TRD authentic high style stage 2. I don't know if they're staged, it's just TRD action package wing. This is from a subscriber, Marcos. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. So first things first, you're just gonna open up your hatch. So obviously you just open up the hatch. Once you open up the hatch, there is a panel. If this thing would, I gotta push all the way to make sure it stays open. And then it does stay open, but I'm not confident. There's a Phillips head inside of here. That's the first thing we gotta do, and then we can pop this off, really simple. I do encourage, I actually am gonna remove this because I think it is easier to remove the little stuff back here so they have some workspace area. One Phillips head in here. Then you can just put your hand on the where the hole was right there and you pull and it pops these clips out. You literally just pull. Now once you're up in here, you're gonna have some visibility. There's gonna be some 10mm wing bolts in these holes here and here. Those are going to be for the TRD. They're going to match that. The thing that's different with the TRD when we get to there, there's these studs, and a lot of people want to make sure they're on there. I actually cut them off, and I'll show you the reason why. But I'm gonna mangle that wing. It's not going to be there no more. So let's go ahead and remove the stock wing. 4 10mm bolts, 2 on each side, and you now have a wingless Toyota Celica, just like that. I like it. Totally could run with it. I think that looks good. I think it looks actually really good without it. I love it. This car's been repainted, and I get my cars repainted sometimes. My paint jobs are way better than these. This paint job is just not my favorite. It's just, it definitely needs wash. I mean, not wash, I just wash it. It needs wax and a little buffer, but still overall, it's just not as detailed as my normal paint jobs. I get really good paint jobs. You can't even tell if it's been repainted on mine. This one I can tell if it's been repainted. But there we go. No, there you go. No wing. So it looks fast, in my opinion. I think that looks good. It looks sleek like a Celica. Now let's come over from the TRD side. Yeah, that actually looks really good. I like this a lot. I have driven around without one. You can get little plugs for here, and then you can actually grind these off to make it flush right here. And I have done that before, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna put the TRD wing, we're gonna go big wang supercharger. I think it looks good for YouTube. Why? Because it looks fast, and then you have a supercharger. It's a good spec. The TRD wing looks really aggressive, but sometimes the Toyota Celica, like the GT, has the 138 horsepower or whatever, 140 horsepower. With the TRD, it's not as quick. GTS is quick. Supercharged GTS is gonna be quick. Turbo is gonna be really, really quick. I do like the Tsunami wing as well, but I think my favorite is probably gonna be just the authentic TRD wing. Let's just go ahead and put that on. As for the wing, there's again, 2 10mm on each side. There's a cable for the third brake light. If you have an OEM one with the third brake light, that actually plug and play. It's really cool. And then there is these little studs. Those little studs are to hold the wing on the outside of the wing to make it even more sturdy on the outside. But we're gonna actually saw them off with a pipe saw, and we're gonna replace them with 3M tape. The 3M tape does work well. It does hold. Those are just really, really good and sturdy, but what you'd have to do is you'd have to make 4 holes on the OEM hatch, douche, and then douche, and then you have to get these little special clips that click into there. I don't even know if I can find those from OEM. So we're just gonna cut them off and make it a nice flush fit. There's like 1000%. These aren't gonna hold. Those aren't gonna hold. So I am returning those. I'm not gonna do a video. I should show you guys on the last one, but I'll tell you what, it does hold when this goes up. When you have the right ones, I gotta find out what the PSI for the right ones are. Without a wing on here, it springs up hard. and this just barely goes up by itself. So make sure you get the right struts. I'll have to find a link and link that video, or relink that part number in the old video. Wing off. So what we're gonna do now is I got a little hacksaw pipe saw, and there's these studs. Yours might not have this on your OEM one, but we're gonna go ahead and saw these off, flush and smooth right there. And then we're still gonna use this. And then as you can see, OEM Toyota did use 3M double-sided tape right here, which we have right here. This stuff is so expensive now, but we do have extreme 3M tape. We've cut off the studs, smooth, nice. We're gonna put tape right here along the edge, right here. This again is a power line. Funny thing, this is what it's like buying a car in Arizona, right here. This is what it looks like buying. This is what it looks like buying a car in the East Coast. What is this? Come on, bruh. I like this stuff. This is what I'm used to. California has the best car. Bracket, mounting bracket. This is where the 10 millimeter, this support beam, 3M tape. That's how we're gonna hold this here. Here's the deal. We need to put a TRD wing power cord. So and you can actually see, if you ever wanna go back to stock, there's a ring right here. So I'm gonna drill a third hole with a 5/8 into my hatch. Right now, scary, right? So I'm gonna drill a hole right here so that I can run that wire in perfectly. All this will be covered by 3M tape, so no water comes in here. So we drilled a hole. See right here? Pretty good, pretty good. What you're gonna have now is 3 holes here, just on this side. Mounting, stud, electrical, stud, mounting. This is super strong 3M tape around it. You're gonna have a hole that comes through here now, and then what you're gonna do is there's an OEM connector right here for, it's a power plus a negative, for ground and power for the TRD wing, so that when Toyota sold them, you could just choose and they just put it on there or not. So you have an OEM clip. Some of the wings do or do not have this. You can actually buy this little clip to here and then splice it in. I think last time I did this too, I might have cut the wires and then ran them through here, but I didn't want to pinch them this time. So I did drill a hole, which I'm okay with, and that's a pretty decent hole. I'm here, and then you can see 1, 2, 3. So I'm doing 4 all around. 1, 2, 3, 4 all around. I got to remove these pieces of tape, and then now we're actually ready to set the TRD wing. It ain't gonna go nowhere for a long time. If you're gonna remove this off again, one of the things is take a plastic tool underneath here and then use it. Don't use a flathead or anything, because it is a tight fit and it does not want to come off the paint. So if you are gonna remove it, a great pro tip is take a flat plastic tool and you just, like a spatula, it'll come off. Wing is mounted. Bad news is when I connected this right here, which is the OEM 4th brake light, 3rd brake light. Yeah, 4th. 1, 2, up on top 3. It didn't turn on. They should both run. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna splice this into a license plate light. I'm also gonna install some of my own personal license plate LEDs, because these are incandescent and ugly. I'm gonna show you real quick. And then hopefully when I turn, I like this. I used to run my other one like this. When I run these, when I run the license plates lights, they will turn and power on that. So that will be on, this will be on, and then when you brake, the top will be on too. We'll see if I can get to work or not. I got it. Okay, so what I did was, one, I put the mitchray.com, mitchray.com. There's a compartment, I think, or a wire up here, a pin. You can switch, but I'm not gonna do that. I didn't wanna do that. And then what that does is allow this sucker to have electricity. There is no sucker. What I did was, and you can do this too. I do this because this is cooler, because this means it just turns on when you turn on your daytime running lights. And so there is a power supply from this line that's constant when you turn those on. It's positive and negative. Instead of having this when you only hit the brakes, when that wire is swapped up front, up here, what happens now is I cut into this LED now, because I'm mitchray.com, LED license plate light, right? I cut into it, and then I use the two. So here's the positive right here. Here's the negative. I cut the wire off of the TRD wing. I'll keep this in case, I probably won't keep it actually. Then I spliced So I cut it, and then I cut them, or whatever, you trim it back, spin them, and then you take the cramp wires and you connect the light. So this one right here goes to the LED license plate. This one right here goes back up into, right here, you guys can see this, the TRD wing. So the command is, when you turn on the daytime, or the, I don't know, daytime running light, I guess is what it is, just one click on, you actually get the tail lights and you constantly get the wing light on, which I absolutely love. I think that looks super cool. You get the LED on the tail light here, doesn't draw too, you know, it's just, I think these are actually LEDs up here. Doesn't draw very much power, so it does work. So now we're done. You should do it this way because it looks cooler. What I gotta do now is just put the plastics back on and get a license plate and put the license plate on, and we're gonna get a lot of things done in this one video. There we go. We officially have a TRD wing, authentic TRD wing, painted in OEM red with the OEM side skirt. I'm gonna have a full OEM 4 out of the 5 pieces. Side skirt, those 2. Rear valance, which we're gonna do next, 3. TRD wing, 4. And then the front bumper, we're not doing the front bumper. We're gonna keep the 2003 and go with a Greddy front lip. And I might do a Greddy exhaust this time. Something new, trying new. There we go, pretty easy. I highly, highly recommend doing it this way instead of having, when you push the brakes on, look, the TRD wing is just on all the time. It looks so much cooler driving in traffic, in my opinion, when it's just on. I like that a lot more than only on when you're hitting the brake. That is cool. Mitsubishi.com, like, subscribe, swing by Mitsubishi.com. The other thing is, these struts, I thought it may help hold the wing. It doesn't hold the wing. So I need to find out the good part number. You're probably just gonna get like 1 or 2 more PSI stronger. So it's weird, these are listed that it could hold the TRD wing. It doesn't hold the TRD wing. So I need to find that out because the hatch does come down, which sucks. That being said, it does look cool. I've made a lot of progress. I kind of wish I would have drove the country with the wing on the back. I love it, but I'm glad I did it in my garage. So I did a really neat and thorough job, and that's it. Like, subscribe, swing by Mitsubishi.com. See you guys in the next video for the TRD rear valance, rear lip bumper.